Hey guys, it's DC here, and today I'm talking with Sid, who has just completed his OSCP today while studying at university. Quick note before we start the video, my place is an absolute mess because I am in the process of moving houses at the moment, so please excuse all the mess behind me. It's not usually that terrible. But anyway, Sid, how's it going, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Let's start with an introduction of yourself. So, tell us a bit about yourself.
Cool. I am currently studying at a university doing a Bachelor of Information Technology with a major in security. I'm going to start my second year this year, and I just like playing CTS and stuff like that. I just passed my OSCP.
Awesome. Yeah, congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank
It's a
you. Thank
massive
you.
achievement. So, it's really good to see another person getting over the OSCP line, especially while in university. That is pretty rare, I believe. But anyway, let's start with some of these questions. So, the first one I had here was how long did you study for before taking the OSCP?
So I started off back in November of 2019 when I started watching some Cyber Mentor and his Pentest for Noob series, where he went through like 10 machines of Hack the Box. And after that, I continued on to watch IPSec and started doing live machines with a lot of help from the Hack the Box forums and the Discord server in January.
So basically, just starting from January last year or was it 2019? You said.
So, 2019 November, like the last week, I started off watching the videos and
Yep.
just getting introduced to like Linux command line and all of that,
Okay.
and then started doing machines.
Nice. So around just over a year, I guess, to
Yes,
study
yep.
for it. Okay. And what sort of material did you use to study for the exam? I know you said Try Hack Me and the Cyber Mentor and IPSec and John Hammond, whose channels I'll link in the description if you aren't already following them. Definitely do so. So yeah, what other material did you use to study for the exam?
Oh, so mainly it was Try Hack Me, Hack the Box, IPSec, John Hammond, and but then there was also like towards my second attempt, I started watching some JSON Sec as well, who has done a really good job of like highlighting his journey as well.
Yep.
And yeah, it's pretty much like doing the parts on Try Hack Me and just watching all of IPSec's easy medium videos because they're super fun, and he like
Yep.
does a very good job of thinking out loud. It
For
really
sure.
helps us whenever he's talking out loud, like whatever he's doing.
Yeah, and I guess by learning off those IPSec videos, it is a pretty hands-on experience of learning and essentially picking up the material as someone else is doing it. Right? That's sort of how it works, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Cool. Okay. And what was the main focus of the exam without giving away too much information and potentially losing your certification before you've got the certificate? Um,
Definitely don't want to lose that. In the exam, you get like five machines that you need to break into and get at least 70 points.
right.
Do like a really detailed exam report where you talk about like the steps you took in order to exploit the machine.
Yep.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just get the 70 points. Good.
Right. So 70 points over five boxes, and you have to write a report at the end to sort of outline what you did and how you got there, right?
That was it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. Okay, cool. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult would you rate the OSCP exam?
Oh, so for beginners like me, I would definitely say it's probably like in the 8.5 to 9 range because mostly because of the pressure that you're under while doing the exam. Like you have those little dry streaks in the middle, and you just start freaking out and just start thinking that you're probably gonna fail. So that just throws you off a little bit.
Absolutely,
But
yeah.
in terms of like like the machine difficulty themselves, it's probably at around like 8, I would say.
Okay. Okay, so somewhere between like 8 and 9 for
Yeah.
overall, I guess. Okay, and just on those dry spells, how did you sort of get yourself away from getting stuck and sort of bogging down with just, getting stuck on those particular questions or boxes that you were on?
Oh, I definitely had one of those during my exam, and I was like totally freaking out and being like, "Oh God, this is it. I'm gonna fail again." And but then I was like, "Oh, maybe I'll go out for a run," which I've never done uh, in a long time, like one of my annual runs, I guess. And I came back and I had a lot of new ideas which I tried, and one of them luckily stuck, and I got like the 25. I got the 25-point machine and like a route on 20-point machine within 2.5 hours of
Hell
coming back
yeah.
from a run.
That's what's up.
So
Okay. So that pretty much took you over the edge there and pushed you on to
yeah,
keep going with it, I guess, especially if it's a 20-point one. That would have been pretty exhilarating to say the least. So,
definitely a big confidence boost. Yeah.
yeah. So, pro tip is take a run break halfway through just to get the creative juices flowing. And once you come back from that run, you'll be ready to go to get 20 points. Okay. Good tip. I like it. What recommendations do you have for anyone looking to complete the OSCP certification?
Um, Definitely recommend IPSec, John Hammond, JSON Sec, and doing a bunch of try hack me, hack the box. Also, another thing that I found incredibly useful was doing King of the Hill and hacking Battlegrounds games because they like put you in a time restricted environment where you've got to like work fast, think fast, and it was super helpful to find out how you work under pressure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely recommend those as well.
That's interesting. That so I guess the main pinpoint there is that there is a time constraint on the certification or the exam rather, and to get past that point where you're just watching the time tick away and you're not really getting anywhere. That's where the real pressure lies with the
Yeah.
certification. So that's interesting. That the King of the Hill and Battlegrounds really helped out. I've not heard that too much, but I think a lot of people are really starting to get into King of the Hill. And I know I've done a whole bunch of live streams on King of the Hill, particularly before, and it's a pretty interesting way to learn, at least from that sort of learning perspective. So it's yeah, if anyone out there is sort of keen to learn, I guess yeah, Battlegrounds and King of the Hill sounds like a great way to go about it, especially because it puts you in that, like you said, that time restricted zone where you really have to get stuff done quickly or before someone else does. So it's yeah, that's pretty cool. Just on Try Hack Me as well, apart from King of the Hill, which other CTFs on there would you sort of recommend that sort of helped you? Like any of the pathways or courses that they do on there, any of those sort of stand out that helped you?
Oh, definitely. The Cyber Mentor and Tiberius, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, have the Linux privilege escalation and Windows privilege escalation rooms, which are super cool, super detailed as well, and like the OSCP buffer overflow room, which has like 10 overflow machine binaries, and just the pathways. They're super awesome. They've got a lot of information in them
Yeah,
and
for sure.
pretty helpful.
All right. So next question was, what are your plans of study after the OSCP, if any?
Oh, I did see that Offensive Security did put out a OSEP certification now, which
Yes.
I'm also very keen on like looking into.
Yep.
But I've also wanted to learn a bit of binary exploitation stuff for
Cool.
CTFs and Active Directory stuff, so I might take a look at that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And just a question that I didn't have on my list that I've thought of is what sort of programming languages did you feel like you were most comfortable with using during the exam? Was there one that sort of stood out that you were the most comfortable with? And if so, why?
Oh, so Python. It's a bit cliche, I guess now. Like
Yeah.
everyone wants Python, but I that's the one I learned first, and I just enjoy using it just because it's super simple, has so many different libraries, and
Yeah.
um, just great community. It's pretty fun. So
That's it.
definitely Python for me.
Yeah. Okay. So Python for OSCP, um, definitely worth looking into. There is a couple of really useful Udemy courses out there for Python for pen testing. There's one by a guy called Christy Vlad. which I always plug that Python course because I've done it myself, and it's one of the ones that I think, out of the ones that I've done, was the most useful. I don't know if you did that one as well, Sid, but it is a pretty useful Udemy course to have a crack at if you're interested. But I think now that you've done the OSCP, you're probably a little bit beyond that, because it is sort of designed to teach you that privilege escalation via Python. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But for anyone else out there who's interested, that's probably one worth checking out. I'm not sponsored by Christy Vlad, but if he's watching this, you're more than welcome to sponsor my videos, man. Anyway, thanks for having a chat with me, Sid. It's been great. Congratulations again on passing your OSCP. It's a massive milestone, and I'm sure the recruiters out there are going to be hungry for your skills, and particularly that certification. So enjoy the big wide world of pen testing, and I'm sure I'll see you around.
Thank you so much for having me, man.
No worries. I'll chat to you later.
All right, see you, bye.
Do you think I want this?